Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? So I dressed like this for Donald Trump. I even wore I'm even wearing my dad's Skunkworks SR-71 pin, which I heard one day like a month ago that someone had saw Donald wearing one of these. So I thought that was cool, and I wore mine, wearing mine tonight. I just watched except for like the last 13 minutes where it's just exiting the room. I watched the whole State of the Union address without pausing or fast forwarding from the beginning till the 13 minutes till the end, when it's just everybody leaving the rooms. I didn't take notes, and I didn't take a break. So I'd like to talk about what I feel about it, because that's what I think it deserves. And so that's what I'm doing. Rather than just comment on the video, which I did like it, did watch it. And rather than just even texting back Donald himself, I decided I would do a video explaining how I feel about it. I'm not trying to grandstand. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just saying what I feel. That's what I do on my channel anyway. And since Donald just made the State of the Union address, I'm saying how I feel about it. First of all, the two names I know now that I didn't know before that stick out the most are Eric Slover and Royce Williams. They both got the Congressional Medal of Honor tonight. And when Eric got his, I cried a little bit, but that's not my point. But I did. I lost it a little. Cool, very, very good military. Those guys are badasses, okay? And that's very cool what they did. And Donald calls it strength through power. And I agree with this. It's dog psychology. You exert strength to avoid conflict and to avoid violence. Weakness draws violence. Strength can be used to stop violence or prevent it. And I honor those two guys. You guys are great. I even like President Trump's joke that if he wishes, he could give himself the Congressional Medal of Honor. I know he's joking, but that's cool. That's a funny joke, and I like that sense of humor. Whenever there's a law saying I can give it to myself, you'll be the first to know, because I'll be getting it. I think that's cool. I mean, why not be funny? Why not be humorous once in a while? You know, okay, you gotta. And I noticed I noticed that while I was watching the video, I found it very comforting to me. Not just what he was saying literally, but just his expressions, his tones, his rhythm, his energy, and I found it very good for my musical meditations. If as funny as that may sound to say. I know I thought it was good to meditate to it. I didn't find it hard to listen to, really. I liked the things he said. One of my favorite things he said was, "We ended DEI." I thought that was cool. And he didn't go on about it. He just stopped there. That was enough. You know, that was cool. I like the numbers he quoted. He quoted numbers exactly. He quoted numbers correctly and accurately, and without hesitation. He knew a lot of the actual figures for what he was saying. First number he quoted was 56%, and I didn't rewind it to figure out to remember what he said that was. I think it was, oh gosh, I'm on the spot here. 56% was his first number. I think it might have been the reduction in illegal aliens. I'm not sure. But I noticed his numbers were exact and accurate, and I appreciate that quality, you know. And he means what he's saying. I can tell. And not only that, not only means that he's doing something with it. He's doing something about it. He's taking action, and he's succeeding. I give him that. Sorry, I didn't vote for you, Donald. But then again, I'm kind of not, because I had to start somewhere. I had to start not just assuming you're great. I had to figure out for myself what I think. It's kind of like how I feel about religion some of the time. I go all the way. It took me a long time to even accept that Jesus might be Lord. and now I have. But that was a long, drawn out process. It wasn't just, oh, they told me so, it's true. Not for me. I've studied everything. I've studied Satanism, the whole deal. Still do. But if Jesus is Lord, I am okay with that. And not only that, I concede he might be. Long process to get there, though. Same with, I'm not saying Donald Trump is Lord, but coming around to something like that I actually think is good and true isn't just a straight shot for me. It isn't just an automatic thing. And now, but I can see from the speech that he means what he says, and he's doing something about it, to put it that way. And he's succeeding. And he covered every single platform you can cover. He covered immigration. He covered the economy. He covered healthcare. He covered the military. He covered the Olympics, handing out medals to Olympians and military. He covered economy in terms of prices of things by name, meat, eggs. He listed things by name, gasoline. Cutting out illegal stuff such as fraud in stock market, fraud in voting, and not only just blocking illegal aliens from coming, but explaining why and who these people are and what they do and why he's doing it and the success he's shown in doing that. These aren't just nice people that need a place to stay. These are bad people coming over. And by stopping that from happening, he's stopping bad people from being in our area, which it helps us, which is pro-American, which is what a president should do, which is a good thing. I agree. These are bad people. He said that they don't even know how to read the signs to obey the traffic laws because they don't speak English. They can't even understand what a stop sign says, except by the shape of it, maybe. So these accidents happen. People get licenses to drive that are illegal aliens, and they have crashes because they don't know how to obey the laws. Or people just come over with bad political agendas and just kill people once they're here. Not cool, and not what America's for, and not what should happen in America and to America. And I agree with Donald in this. He mentioned people by name. He doesn't just gloss over generalities, maybe like I'm doing a little bit with it, but he actually said people by name and their story, and honored them by name, individually, personally, and I appreciate that. That's the way a president should do it. And he's not afraid to take hits from his enemies. He's not afraid to call things as he sees them. And he's not afraid to act on what he believes in. And he's doing good with it. Oh, and also he's also doing good with interest rates for houses, jobs, the whole thing. He mentioned homeowners at least 2 times, if not more, in the talk. 3 or 4 times, I think, he mentioned home ownership, it matters to him. I'm a homeowner. It matters to him. He cares about the homeowner, as opposed to big business people and corporations buying homes so that people can't buy them, and then making the whole aftermath bad, but good for the people that bought the homes because they have all the money in the first place. He's against big money. He's at one point said that he wants everybody to stand who thinks that America should be for the people, not corporations. Please stand, and let everybody stand. In other words, he mentioned at one point, he said, America is and should be, government should be accountable to the people, not big business, not corporations. The people, not the business tyrants. He said that. And even having people stand, like I just said, people stand if they believe that America should be, government should be responsible to the people, not big corporations. And I know what it feels like to be misjudged. And I kind of misjudged him. because I thought he has lots of money. He must be this and this. I didn't go with that. I kept an open mind, but my initial knee-jerk reaction to him was he's a billionaire. He's going to care. It isn't that way. He actually cares about the people. He makes the economy better. He makes gas prices lower, meat prices lower, egg prices lower. He helps in all these different ways to help America be better and for the American people to have a better life and better existence. And he actually does that, money or no. And that's what I appreciate. I would do that if I had that money. I'm not asking for that money, but if I did, I'd still do it. I'd still do what I believe in first. Money, that's secondary. And that's how he is. And that's not everybody's like that. And that's not even a common way to be, I don't think. And he's like that. I appreciate that. So, I'm probably missing a bunch of stuff here, but I'm trying to get the gist of it. We won the men's hockey team won the Winter Olympics. That's cool. The next Olympics is going to be the summer one. In 2028 is going to be in Los Angeles, which I really appreciate because I'm a Los Angeles area boy. I'm actually Inland Empire from there. My dad didn't want to live in LA itself, too crowded for him. He's more of a Midwestern dude. But we lived Inland Empire of LA, and I appreciate that. That'll be a cool thing. And he honors people that do well at what they do, whether it be a Navy person flying a helicopter or a goalie on a hockey team. He values people that do what they do well, and I do too, and I appreciate that. That's one reason I'm wearing my dad's Skunkworks pin, and I don't know where his Illuminati ring is right now. Right now, I'm letting that go. I know I didn't lose it because it's somewhere in the house. I just put it somewhere I don't know what it is, and I actually lost my dad's Navy tags because I didn't want to change the clasp that they were hanging on to a new one. It didn't feel right, and the old clasp just let them go one time on a walk and lost them. But I felt a lot of my dad's influence in how I reacted to Donald's speech tonight. A lot of these guys, especially the people that won the Medal of Honor, I'm not saying my dad's on their level, I'm not saying that, but I can sense that quality of person, quality that he had and tried and successfully instilled in me one way or the other, whether by hitting me or no. At least I respect that and appreciate that. And thank you for $1.99. I appreciate that. Actually, I want to comment on that. The money's actually getting through to me. Somebody, I don't mean to yell, somebody sent me $19.99, and I actually got that money. I just checked like before I watched Donald's speech, like 3 hours ago. I checked it and it came through. So that money's getting to me, and I appreciate it. I actually have $85 toward my next payment instead of just $70 because of the $19.99. I think they took a few dollars off for tax or something, but I still got the most of that money, and I appreciate that. Thank you. And not only that, thank you to YouTube for letting that money go through. And I'm going to do this is a goofy thing here. I'm going to give a heads up. I'm going to give a hats off to the moderator. I usually put him down when I have a chance, but it's a lot because of the moderator telling me about the right, the Republican side of things when we talk, that I know enough to know what DEI is even right now. I owe him, thank you, moderator, for telling me your ideas, so it informs how I understand what's going on, so I can respond well to Donald Trump. That I appreciate your input, because I know what diversity, equity, and inclusion means because of you. And when Donald says that he did away with it, that's not only funny, but it's true and good. but he didn't go on about it. He didn't go on about it. He just dropped it right there. And I know I know Donald Trump. I sense integrity with him. I sense quality with him, and I sense success with him. And since he's our president, I sense him carrying us there too. And he already has, and is continuing and plans to continue carrying us to success. He said at one point that other countries are afraid of us now, but that's only good for us. And we don't use that fear to cause problems. We use it to stop violence, because strength, peace through the peace through strength. Strength is a way to avoid violence, and that's what we do. Even if it takes, as he has spent $1 billion on our military, no, $1 trillion, I'm sorry, $1 billion. $1 trillion on our military, but that's what it takes to keep the world safe and nonviolent, by having America be the peaceful country it is, and having America have the $1 trillion military that no other country can compare with or compete with. And we can promote peace that way. And I've done this myself personally. You guys know my stories. And I'm not a country, but I believe in the same ideas. The ideas I got from watching Point Break with Bodhi, played by Patrick Swayze. I might put the clip on my channel in a little bit. I like that clip where he talks about, he says, fear causes hesitation, and hesitation will make your worst fears come true. Peace through strength. You project strength to avoid violence and avoid conflict. And that's exactly true. And I heard that for the first time in my life by watching Point Break in 1991 when it came out. I was hearing those ideas for the first time through Bodhi, played by Patrick Swayze. But it's true. And that's how that's how America works as well. Just like a person. Moderator gave me, thanks, Moderator, for $1.99. Thank you, Moderator. Thank you, Moderator. I appreciate that. That's how a strong, peaceful person operates, and that's how a strong, peaceful country operates. You first project strength. You have strength, and you defend what you have with strength if necessary, but then you pursue peace to the best of your ability. I'm not trying to break down, but that's what Donald Trump does. And no, other presidents weren't doing that. Maybe not for a couple hundred years even. Maybe not since Andrew Jackson and those guys has anyone done what Donald's doing. And that's a huge compliment to you, Donald, that you have to go back a couple hundred years to find precedent for what you're doing. I appreciate it, and we appreciate it. I love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.